Bien bonjour everyone and welcome back to my channel. My apologies because this is gonna be likely a very long video, but a very important video. I'm gonna talk about the GoldHead economy in Rise of Kingdoms, and I don't think anyone ever did that. So to talk about the economy, we have to talk about the income, both the income, and the upkeep to stay on the meta. So I will start with that part. How often are commander released? Well, MGE is soon is incoming. So we will have an infantry MGE. And if you ignore that, MGE follows a very strict cycle. It's leadership, cavalry, infantry, and archer. Uh, how I remember that is le CIA. So if you didn't know, now you know. So we have infantry, so then we will have archer, and then and then leadership, and so on and so forth. Uh, Commanders are released following another cycle, which is leadership, infantry, archer, cav. So infantry and cav are no, actually no, it's not inverted. It's completely different. Um, so we will soon have an archer commander. So let's assume we will have the two new archer in that upcoming MGE. So whenever a new set of commander is released, well, first of all, you have an MGE commander and a wheel commander. They are both together. Wheel is tied to MGE, so I'm just gonna refer to a release to a MGE release. All right. So let's say the two new archer are released on that cycle. So we have an infantry MGE with the two new commanders. Well, when a pair of commander is released, they are added to the cycle for free MGE. So after an infantry CIA, we will have an archer MGE with the two new added archer commander. But because they're archer, they already qualify to be in that MGE. So it will seem normal. Then we will have a leadership engineering MGE, which we've added the two new archer commander, and that will be their third MGE uh, release. And then they're considered not new anymore. They're just like, yeah, they're there. All right. Usually we have then two MGE of downtime. So we will have a cavalry MGE with only the two new with all the cav commanders. Then an infantry MGE that plays normally. Then we will have an archer release, an archer MGE, sorry, with after archer, what is it? And in my notes, where are my notes? Quickly, after archer is cav. So yeah, on in the second next archer MGE, we will see the new cav if we follow trend. So how long is that? Well, that means that we have three MGE, 1 to 3, with the new com plus 2 of downtime. That's 3 MGE times 2 weeks plus 2 MGEs times 2 weeks. That's 10 weeks times 7 days. That's 70 days. So we have new commanders every 70 days, basically. It's sometimes a bit shorter, as we will see. So every 280 days, basically, that's 4 reads. We have a full cycle of reads: leadership, cavalry, infantry, archer. Notice that order, that's the MGE order, as I said. So the release order is leadership, infantry, archer, cavalry. We will see that in a very short moment. Bear with me, it's not very easy. So how many gold heads do you need? Well, that's quite a lot because that's 9 commander. Because for the leadership, we usually have 2 engineering and 1 leadership. But we will more on that later. So what I did is I went completely free to play. Nowadays I'm a very low, very low spender. I spend only on crystal tech, so that's very few. But I went completely free to play for a while. And what I did is when Zhuge got released, um, no, not that. Here is the release date of Zhuge by the way, I was on UTC plus 2 when he got released, so I unlocked him in 1 minute and experted him in 1 minute. I spent all my god heads on Zhuge release. I had more heads than that. I expertised Boudica on the same date. Yeah, maybe 1 day later, whatever. And I was left with almost no gold heads. I had maybe top 50 gold heads. So let's consider I had 0. And what I did is for a full commander release. That means after Zhuge we had Liu Che. Who did we had Uo, and I think we had Honda. I think it was Honda as a leadership one. Yeah, should have been. Why is error? Honda. All right, that doesn't matter. What I did is for a full cycle from Zhuge to Hermann, I did not spend a single gold head. And when Hermann released, I had slightly over 1,400 gold heads, aka 2 commander worth of expertise as free to play. So did I did something special? Like did I participate in the 20 gold heads events that happens that occur every other week in the off MG week? Well, now I'm rank 1, but during that time period I never did. Even after that and before that I never did. It's a not very good events, but right now I need gold heads for my personal account. I need more gold heads than usual. So I'd never ranked in that kind of event, so I got no gold head from there. I never overspin the wheel of fortune. Yeah, I spin the wheel very very little. Like at that time, I think I was not even spinning for infantry on cav. Leadership, obviously. So yeah, I was not even spinning. I was just spinning my free one and not even getting to 10 because I had nothing to work on because I was already on the meta. I was not playing Champion of Olympia back then, and if I did sometime, very few times, it would only offset the very few times I missed Ark of Osiris. So you could argue that I have a very high win rate for Ark of Osiris, way above the norm. And I think my win rate was even better than that because I used to play, and I was able to play one player arcs, and I had an insane win rate. Now I'm playing with a team of 15 people. My win rate dropped a bit, but it's still decent because we're only 15. We're not facing the Giga Whales. So I have a high win rate. So you could say that I have an above average income of gold heads. I also always rank 1 in Protect the Supply, and I rank around number 5 in low house training. So you could argue that I have a slightly above average gold head income. But because I do not play Champions of Olympia, I think even if you're a slightly worse quote-unquote player than me, like you do not win that many arc and you do not rank that well in those gold head events, with Champions of Olympia you can offset that. So, well, how long was that time period? Well, I simply put the release date. I'm gonna flash them on screen again if you want to check. But there are the release dates. You can check on the internet in case you doubt me. All right, so I put those 2 dates on the internet, and that's how many days I got. 226. So I said that the full release should be 70 days times 4. I said it should be 280. So as you can see, that cycle was rushed. Not gonna lie, it was rushed. We're almost off 50 days. That's a lot. It was very heavily rushed. Like we had almost only 1 MGE of downtime every release. That's a lot. That's definitely a lot. So yeah, that cycle was rushed. And yet I had enough gold heads to max out 2 commanders. So how many heads is it per day? Well, as I said, I earned 1,400 over the span of 226 days. So that's very big math out there. So yeah, slightly above 6 gold heads a day. Oh, and by the way, for the 7 days quest, like the event we had not long ago, I never spent gems on that premium currency to buy gold heads. I already spent very little gem on gold heads. Now I'm spending a bit more because, yeah, as I said, I'm in a dire need. So that's gonna be my standard: 6 points All right, let's round it down to 6.0 because maybe you're a more casual player, or you're a slightly worse player, or you have worse commander, worse gear that does not allow you to perform as well as I can in Protect the Supply or other events, or you're in a more competitive kingdom. So let's round it down to 6.0. By the way, the gold income has slightly increased because, for instance, let's check that event. We have that event going on right now. Usually, Longing Gift does not have gold yet. I think it was Mulan. The last time I don't remember, but we have slightly more events, so we have slightly higher value. They massively buffed the Wheel of Fortune, by the way. We now have spin tickets, so you can you can spin the wheel more time with a discount. Like I was not spinning at all most of the wheel because I was always instantly expertise my commanders. Like I have no archer commander to spin the wheel for, so my 50% off spins were wasted. My calf spins were wasted. I was wasting most of my spins, but now I can stack up. So I will get more gold heads because will be able to spin more time for cheaper. So that's a buff. Like the gold head income has actually increased since then. But as I said, I'm gonna assume that I was slightly above average. So we're gonna say 6 gold heads a day is the average. So that's a number that you can keep in your mind to know if you're short, if you're in a hurry to get slightly more, slightly less. But what really matters is you can expertise 2 commanders. As I said, I gained 1,400 gold heads over a full release. That's 2 commanders out of 9. And 2 out of 9 is kind of terrible. Like, I quit some gacha games that I started playing just to see if they were good or not, fun or not. I've quit some of them for wars for better than that. Like how I play those kind of games is I skip banners, I skip banners, I skip banners. When I think I have enough, there is a commander that is good enough, like meta breaking, I, I yeah, I pull massively out of that. Um, yeah, I've quit games for better ratios than that. Like 2 out of 9 is not good. It's garbage. But then if we put more thought in it, well, first of all, we can remove 2 commanders because we can remove the engineering commanders. Well, maybe you're an engineering player, which, again, if you know me, I do not advise for. Engineering is not good for the game. It's gonna get power creeps out massively. Like, if you're having fun with Siege right now, well, you do you, but get ready, it's not gonna last long. So, anyway, if you're playing engineering, well, good job. You have 1,400 gold heads every full cycle. So you have just what you need to expertise both your commanders. So that's 2 out of 2. Good job. Well played. So now let's assume you're not an engineering player. So we can scrap those commanders. So now we have 2 out of 7 commanders expertised per full release. That's not very good either. That's not good. That's not good enough yet. But now I will also remove all the MGE commanders, so that's minus 3. Because usually the MGE commander is a siege commander now. So I will remove the MGE archer, the MGE infantry, and the MGE cav. Why do I do that? Because, well, I'm talking mainly to free-to-plays. A high spender, the ones that will be able to launch rallies onto garrison structures, will be able to spin more. They will spin the wheel more. They will be able to, again, let's pick the example of the 7 days quest event to buy the premium currency with their gems to buy more gold heads. They will just simply get more gold heads. They can buy the Writers of History. They can even buy, no, not there. It's that building. They can even buy gold heads here. They will get the more than gems events to 25k both days. Like, yeah, they will have more gold heads than you. They will win MGEs. So yeah, and because they have better tech, a better crystal tech than you, because they have better gear, because they have better armaments, they are the ones that need to rally and garrison. So again, there is almost no MGE commander that is open field viable. Sometimes you see the archer rally being used open field, but not gonna lie, I do not think it has ever really been that great. Even Arshur Banipal was good enough, but not that amazing. Like it was not great. If you really wanted to run 2 hours from Arch, yeah, it was good enough, but you were definitely better off doing something else. So back on topic. Now we are down to 4 commanders. You can expect these 2 commanders out of 4. I put the list here. Here we have all the non-MGE, non-engineering commander release. So we just had BQ. Before that it was Philip. Before that we had Arthur, Shaja, Era, Belisarius, Herman, LC. I think before it was Honda. I'm gonna write it down, but I'm not sure of me, so sorry if that's a mistake. So you could say that 2 out of 4, yeah, that's half the relevant commander for you. I think that's decent. But we can even go further. Because every full cycle there is always at least one commander that is entirely skippable. Like William Wallace is garbage. Like, yeah, it was not a good investment. Sharjah was skippable. Unless you are an archer main, you did not need her. So she was a skip. Heraclius is a garrison commander. You do not need him. Honda is garbage. You do not need him. Belisarius is very niche. You do not need him. And suddenly, well, you have an excess of gold heads. Before that, what did we have? Here we had, I think it was Huo. Yeah, it was Huo. Here we had, it should have been Zhuge here we had, not Gilgamesh. They share the same skin. It's the more overhyped commander ever. I forgot his name. It's so irrelevant. I completely forgot his name. Where is he? Sargon the Great. Sargon the forgettable. Yeah, Sargon was a massive skip. What was it before that? I don't know. It was a leadership, and was it? Was it Trajan already? Let's say it was Trajan. Maybe I think it wasn't. I forgot. So Sargon was a massive skip. Huo, if you add here we had Jan and here we had Nevsky. If you had Nevsky Jan, you did not need Huo. It was a skip too. So I know that now is like the meta march. I know, but back at that very point, if you were on point with the meta, you did not need to invest in Huo because you had Nevsky Jan. Before that, it was XY, I think. Yeah, maybe you could do I don't know XY Nevsky on Huo Jan, or yeah, you could mix them up if you were a cav main. All right, let's say you were a cav main and you got him. All right, Trajan. All right, arguably a skip for free to play, a skip because you didn't have the gear. So I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna remove those. So you know what? I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna keep Huo. So that's 2 commanders. Had 1 commander. Philip is a good commander. Must invest, maybe. BQ is a good commander. I know. Wait, I'm gonna do a few things. I'm gonna bring back the commanders that I removed because between Shajar and Arthur, we got Ragnar. I know that Ragnar messed things a bit, so I'm gonna just put in yellow those that were easy skips. Right here. Sadly, Ragnar kind of messed it up, but here we got how you call it? The commander not refound. Sorry, the commander swap events, which helped you keep up and save a lot of gold heads. So the next Archer commander is going to be a must-have. New Archer is going to be a must-have because Archer sucks right now. Hey, I'm gonna ruin a video I was about to make, but we are gonna get 2 new Archer open field because you know what? We are soon gonna get an off cycle, and I'm 199% sure that off cycle that Ragnar-like commander is gonna be Archer because Archer are in such a bad state. They need 2 new open field. We're gonna get a new one that's gonna be meta as hell. They're gonna give us another one just to back things up. And sadly, because Arthur is a new common commander and he's alone. Like I know I made a video about Bertrand saying that it was fine, it was like decent, but you need a new combo cav. Like you need a combo cav that could be a good commander. So right now we're getting into a state where a lot of commander are must get. Thank God we had the commander swap event, so Arthur and Philip were kinda free per se because we had the commander swap. So yeah, if the last commander you invested was Herman, well, you saved quite a lot of gold heads and you can manage. It's gonna be a bit a tough period, a time period we're going in. But not gonna lie, if you really want to have the meta march for all troop type, which weirdly enough I'm gonna say you don't, because yeah, maybe I'm gonna keep that for another video. Yeah, I'm just gonna flash something. Uh, that's my very best pal. He's free to play. He's free to play. He has only one very strong march. But look at that. This is VIP 20 tier. This is super strong. Like even his armament is very strong. So I know you need to swap that to Pincer. He will do it soon. But like even his armament is good. Like that march is rally / garrison tier because of the equipment is massive and the armament is massive. But that's his only march, and he's free to play. By the way, again, I'm gonna flash his account. That dude has more KP than me. Like he has 2 billion more. You could say that oh 1 million, sorry, 1 billion. You could say that I'm a massive farmer. I'm a terrible player. All right. Throw your wrath in the comment section. I'm gonna face it. All right. But I'm running 4 to 5 marches open field. He's playing more. He has more playtime than me. Like when the fight is on, he can play for longer than me. But that does not explain that. Like he has us like 1-to-1. He will always win. Even as an Archer main, as a VIP 17 when he's only 16, he will always win because his gear is so strong. So I know I just made a full video saying that yeah, you can almost keep up to the meta, and you used to. Now it's gonna be hard because we're gonna face a time period. I'm gonna add a line over here just to make it more clear, because we're gonna soon get the new archers that will be a must-have if you want to have the meta archer march. We will get an off cycle that is. I'm gonna put new. I'm gonna put off cycle so that it's a bit more clear. And we're gonna get that off cycle archer will likely be a must-have, and we're gonna have a combo cav that will be the meta pair for R2. So again, yeah, we are in a time period where we will be lacking gold heads, but we just come from a time period where we had a full cycle of commanders that were easily skippable. We had Arthur and Philip. Why is it red? Let's remove that. That were per se free thanks to the commander release, the commander swap event. So yeah, you should be stacked up. Like you should be. If you do not play with your heart, and play with your mind, you should be at 1,400 gold heads minimum. So BQ is out, so maybe 700 gold heads minimum. I know you're gonna laugh. I'm not. I am not. Because I did the fatal mistake. Where is it? I skipped LC. And what I did is that, yeah, I finished him during the commander swap. So I swapped for Arthur and Philip, and I finished LC at that time period. And it was missing. Well, I can actually very easy. I can tell you the exact number of gold that I was missing. I've been putting the wheel for him for a very long time. How many heads was I missing? 400. What did I say? You should be at 700 gold heads easily. 400 plus 300 is 700. So yeah. By the way, I have Shajar and Belisarius. So actually, you should be at 2,100 gold heads right now with BQ, Philip, Arthur, Herman, and Elsie, and Ragnar. So if you have right now 2,100 gold heads, you can get the new archer, you can get the off cycle commander, and you can get the combo cav commander right now off the bets right now. But the new archer will only get released. Well, it should release in only with that MGE. That's the third MGE for Tokugawa and BQ. So two more MGE after that. So a third MGE after that will only get the new archer. So the new archer is in what? I said 3 MGEs. So times 2 times 7 days, 42 days. The new MGE start in 2 days basically. So we still have 44 days before the new archer, and I said 6 gold heads a day average. Yeah, if you played very well enough with your gold heads, you should be at 2,300 gold heads on the new archer release. So it might be rushed a bit. So maybe we will have minus 14 times 6. I need another one. So let's say it's rushed one cycle faster because archer are in a dire state. So 14 days times 6. All right, that's 4. So let's remove that. Let's say the new archer is released one cycle faster. All right. So plus, as I said, you should be on 2,100 gold heads. All right. If you invest only in meta commanders, as I said, all the yellow ones are not meta, or at least not for free-to-plays on low spenders. The red ones were per se free because you had to spend gems and you had to spend older commander onto them to swap for them. You should be on the meta. You should have all the white commander plus the red ones. So basically, you can sum up that whole video with a very simple phrase. Commanders are not released too fast. You are just investing in the wrong commanders. Shajara, only for Archer main. William Wallace was garbage. Heraclius is not for open field. Belisarius is not very great for open field. Honda, well, I'm not gonna say anything. Sargon was a massive, massive trash commander. So I'm gonna put him in yellow. I could go on for. Oh my bad. I could go on for a while, but there is no points. Oh my god, I'm retarded. Yeah, I managed it. Yeah, I think it was what do you call it? Yeah, it was Jean. Jean was on Musget. Here we had I forgot my name, the names. All right, let's stop it here. All right, Boudica. Here we are. So thank you for watching. I'm late already. Altar opens in 1 hour, so I'm late. Thank you for watching. Basically, my next video will be about gems, gem spending. Basically, what I just showed you is that you don't need to spend a huge amount of gems onto gold heads. You just buy your tickets. You just buy your spin tickets, which are somewhere here. All right, they're here. And that's it. You do not need to spend much more on gold heads. You will have enough. You should have enough. So, where should you be spending your gems? Well, spoiler alert for the next videos. Gear and armaments. Alright, thank you for watching to the very absolute end. And see you in the next one. Goodbye.